Hi everyone. We are going to discuss the business paper investigating small business. This is 2021 June paper one. You can see in this paper we are going to discuss the case study. First of all, the case study, small business case study. General instructions. There's a formula sheet like that as usual. Formula sheet, you have a gross profit margin, gross profit, cost of sales, revenue minus cost of sale. You can see an operating profit margin, operating profit, gross profit minus other operating expenses, and markup percentages, ROCE, current ratio, asset test ratio. These are the formula. But you can see this formula. You don't have the break-even formula is not here. Every formula is not here. Only the financial related, finance related formulas are here. Right, normally, okay, this is a case study, small business case study. Nantafian Organic Farm, we call it NOF, simply farm growing range of fruits and vegetables. It has a farm shop and offers accommodation with breakfast, right? It's a farm shop and offered accommodation with the breakfast. And it was set up by Amanda and Ken Edwards in West Wales, UK. So it's definitely a partnership kind of a business. You can see there are two partners are Amanda and Ken Edwards, West Wales. So what's the specialty? What's the differentiation point of this farm? NOF supports farmers by selling local organic produce in its farm shop. So here we go. Organic farming is their main differentiation. So not only that, they produce from the farm shop served to the visitors staying overnight at the farm. The produce from the farm shop is served to the visitors staying overnight at the farm. So you can see they are providing accommodation with the breakfast also. It's a good farm, organic farm, and they are providing like accommodation. This is like a similar to, you can see like Airbnb kind of a business organization. You can see farm plus accommodation with the breakfast facility. They are giving their breakfast and everything from their organic produce on the farm shop. And NOF committed to being environmentally friendly by recycling and avoiding the use of packaging and reducing the use of electricity. So this business a little bit ethical, right? Environmental friendly, recycling. They aren't avoiding the use of packaging and reducing the use of electricity. Right. These are the MCQ question. Which one of the following is an external source of finance? External source of finance. You can answer me through the chat lines. External source of finance, answer A, personal savings, answer B, retained profit, answer C, bank loan, answer D, selling assets. Yeah, I got several answers. Yes, the correct answer is the external source of finance is bank loan, C bank loan is answer provided by a couple of students. Very good. Yeah, C is the correct answer because we know personal savings, retained profit, selling assets are internal sources. Only external source available is a bank loan, right? Okay, second question, they're asking which one of the following is the name of pricing strategy? Which one of the following is the name of pricing strategy where business sets a high price for a new product in the market? This is marketing management. If you remember the marketing management pricing and the price mix, we are using some pricing method where we are using a high price initially for a new product, and then gradually we are reducing the price. We call this A, penetration, B, skimming, C, competition, D, promotional. Yes. Yeah, this time also I have a couple of answers from students. Very good. The answer is skimming. Skimming, very good. Skimming, the answer skimming means charging a high price initially and gradually you are reducing the price. That's called the skimming pricing. So this is a pricing strategies that we are normally discussing the marketing management on the pricing mix. Penetration means charging a low price. When you are selling something, you can charge a low price in the market than others. Then you can penetrate into the market. Then you can later on you can, when you have a market share, if you expanded and if you establish in the market, you can increase the prices. Skimming is opposite of that, like iPhones and some Samsung, and they are like selling their prices at a high price initially and then reducing it lower. So that's a skimming pricing, opposite of penetration. Competition pricing means charging the same price like competitors. Promotional pricing means giving some kind of a discounts initially to promote the sales. For example, like a sales price 10% off, 50% off, like that. So correct answer is B here. Yes, you can see answers given by Yeah, good students, correct. Question number 3. In third MCQ, we can see which one of the following types of discrimination is protected by legislation. Which one of the following types of discrimination is protected by legislation? Select one answer. A, age, B, ability, C, social, D, ethical. Right. There are different types of discrimination. This is human resource management under employment protection legislation. Now talk about the this thing. The discrimination type covering here is the age. Age. A is the correct answer. Discrimination protected by age discrimination is covered by the acts, but B is wrong because on the answer B there is a ability. Is not nothing called ability. We have Disability Discrimination Act is there 1995. There is no covering for ability. That's called disability, and there is nothing called social and ethical. So correct answer is the age discrimination. Answer is A, right? Okay, the next MCQ, in a normal paper, there is a 6 MCQs are there. So fourth MCQ is which one of the following is a document employers would send to potential employees? Which one of the following is a document employer would send to potential employees? Select one answer. A, curriculum vitae. B, letter of application. C, newspaper advertisement. D, person specification. So in this case, you can see this document where the employer would send to potential employee. Right. Try this question. I can see a couple of answers are there. This case, you can see the normally CV, curriculum vitae normally sent by employee to the employer by applying for a job. So answer A can be rejected because it's not a letter, the document that you're sending to the employer is employee only preparing that thing. So employer's letter of application. Letter of application also part of curriculum vitae. So you can attach the letter of application. You can asking, okay, apply for this post. It's also employee to employer. B also wrong. Newspaper advertisement, that's a correct answer. In the newspaper advertisement, it's a employer sending to that message, okay, we need the accountant, we need a driver, we need a receptionist, like that. So newspaper advertisement, normally employer prepare and send it to potential employees. So other one is a person specification. Person specification is a part of the job advertisement where specify the person's characteristic and attributes, which mentioned their qualification, experience, skills, and attitudes, right? Okay, the question number 4, the correct answer for question number 4, we can see fourth one. Correct answer is answer. Only correct answer is D. D, right? Because A is not correct because curriculum vitae would not be sent to the employer. You can see here we go. I'm sharing the mark scheme here. You can see the correct answer here. The A is not correct because CV would be sent to the employer. B also not correct because letter of application would be sent to the employer. C is not correct because the newspaper advertisement would be used to advertise the job vacancy. So the document kind of thing, we can see only answer. D is the only document. It's very tricky part because there are only the newspaper advertisement and this person specification. Newspaper advertisement is that's why to advertise about the job. That's why that's wrong. Newspaper advertisement would be used to advertise the job vacancy, right? So it's not sending to the potential employer, but we can see the D, part D, you can see the answer here, the newspaper person specification is the correct answer. Okay, here we go, the next question. NOF imports dried fruit from France. A kilogram costs 12.84 euro. A kilogram costs 12.84 euro. So in this case, we can find out this dried fruit 1 kilogram costs in euro 12.84, and the exchange rate for £1 sterling is equal 1.16 euro, right? So which of the following would NOF pay for 1 kilogram of dried fruit in the pound of sterling? It's a currency conversion question. And external influence lessons, we can discuss this kind of a currency, foreign exchange and everything we have discussed already. So you can see the dried fruit from France, a kilogram costs 12.84 euros mean. They're asking how much is that amount, euro amount in the sterling pounds. So you have to convert that into sterling pounds. So what you have to do, that 1 sterling pound equal 1.16. Then you have to divide the 12.86 by 1.16. So you can see if you divide that value, 12.84 divided by 1.16, then you can get the pound value. Answer is 11.07, right? 11.07. Answer is B. B is the correct answer. We convert into sterling pounds because 1 pound equal 1.16 euro. So therefore, if you divide 12.84 euro by 1.16, we can find out how much pounds. The pound value of here is 11.07. Answer is B. So pretty easy question, but you have to figure out the correct division. Sometimes people try to multiply this, right? It's an easy question, right? Sixth MCQ or the last MCQ of the paper is NOF buy honey from a local farm for 1.6 a jar and sell it to customers at 3.6 pounds. So you can see normally the profit margin they have. They're buying that one cup of jar for 1.6 from the local farm, and they sell it to the customers 3.6. You can see here the difference, price difference. 3.6 minus 1.6 is 2 pounds. They are making 2 pounds profit from one jar. So they're asking what's the markup of the journey. So markup of this kind of a jar of honey. You can see the markup formula. You can find out from the formula sheet. You can see markup equal profit per item over cost per item into 100. Profit per item into cost per 100 into 100. This case, profit per item is 2 pounds. Cost per item is 1.6 pounds. And we multiply by 100. Because selling 1.61, we are selling to 3.6. There is a 2 pounds profit. So 2 is the profit per item. Cost is 1.6 per item. And you are selling to, so it's 2 over 1.6 into 100. So we can get the answer 125%. 125%. Here we go. The answer is C. Answer is C. So if you have any doubt, like this kind of question when you are facing, find out the markup, find out the GP margin, find out the gross profit margin, operating profit margin, just go to the formula sheet and answer. Sometimes you try to memorize the markup for percentage and try to do it, but that's good. But in case, you have to just double check your answers from the mark scheme, and you can double check your answer from the that formula sheet. Okay. Part B, define the term profit. Define question, normally straightforward, AO1, assessment objective 1, knowledge questions. Define the term profit. You can simply say the definition of profit is from financial management. Profit is the difference between total revenue and the total cost. We discussed this one under our chapter 30, the cost, revenue, and profit concepts. So profit is the total. You can see the difference between total cost and total revenue and the total cost. So you can simply say, this is the marking scheme. You can see the correct definition of profit. Profit is the, you can see the formula also you can show total revenue minus total costs. Or you can see it's the difference between total revenue and the total cost. 1 mark question, right? Okay, so again, I'm repeating this one, the case study. I'm just reminding them this is a farm, organic farm, and they're providing accommodation also for the visitors. They're providing the bread and breakfast, everything provided. Okay, now next question. Question number 1, part C. Define the term non-current liability. Define the term non-current liability. This is part of the statement of financial position. Define the term non-current liability. There are 2 liabilities. Liabilities means obligation that you have to settle. These are the 2 liabilities, current liabilities and the non-current liabilities. And the non-current liability means the liabilities which we can settle more than 1 financial year. We can settle in more than 1 financial year. This is also like a definition you can provide. Simple definition, 1 mark, no application. So you can see the debts or liabilities that are payable after 12 months. The correct definition, non-current liability, debts that are payable after 12 months. After 12 months. After 12 months must be there, because otherwise normal debts payable is normally called liability, current liabilities. Less than 12 months, current liabilities. After 12 months, non-current liabilities. The 12 months case or 1 year thing you must mention in your definition. All right. Okay, now we are going to the state questions. Part D, state question when you're answering, always keep in mind they're asking examples, example question. So than state question, I like to introduce this question in a new way, example questions. That means you have to write, definitely you have to write an example from the case study. If you haven't mentioned an example, that is 0 marks. It's pretty dangerous question because 1 mark, a lot of people are thinking, it's very easy. We can achieve 1 mark. No. But from my experience, I know a lot of students, they actually make, sometimes they try hard to earn this 1 mark. They don't know how to write the application example. Okay, now we look at this question. State one reason why NOF segments its target market by income. This is a marketing management question coming from market segmentation. They're asking state one reason why NOF, this is the farming, that's our subject here, case study here. NOF segments its target market by income. By income, we can define, segment the market as high income market, middle income market, and low income market. High, middle, low. But this case, they segment their market by income accordingly, because I think they are catering to the mainly high income people, because organic food is little expensive. And in organic farming, the accommodation, everything, normally they're providing for tourists. So their target market is the high income customers in the UK, which like to use organic farming activities and everything. So when you're writing this kind of a question, you can use application like this. So you can say the organic farming, like they like to target the market segment by income, because NOF can sell higher price organic products to people staying at the farm. So what is the application point here? Organic products. So in my answers, I mentioned, because organic farms, organic products are pretty expensive. That's the application point. We just mentioned because they can target high income people, they can earn more profit. That's wrong, because there is no application from the case. Here we have application. NOF can sell higher price organic products. This is the word we need, organic products, to sell people staying at the farm. Right? Even just mentioning NOF is not application, because this is simple, like normally if you change the word NOF to KFC, then answer belongs to KFC. So therefore, in business writing, normally like a business name, we are not considering as a strong application. You have to say something example from the case, like organic products, organic vegetables, you can say more towards. They can sell higher price organic vegetables and fruits. That will be more value added to your answer. Organic products to people staying at the farm. That's why they're targeting high income category in the market, right? That's one mark question. Look at the way. So a lot of students, I think after this session, I think you know how to write a 1 mark question properly. Then you can score high marks in the examination, right? Look at the next question. Extract from the NOF statement of comprehensive income. This, they are given revenue 160 in £1,000, cost of sales 70, gross profit 90, other operating expenses 10. Right. From there, they are asking to calculate the operating profit margin. Operating profit margin. So operating profit margin, again, you can refer to the formula sheet, right? If you're accounting student, you definitely know how to calculate this, but in business studies, they are giving here the formula sheet, operating profit margin, how to calculate the operating profit and operating profit margin. Here we go. Operating profit margin. Operating profit equal gross profit minus other operating expenses. That's operating profit. The operating profit margin equal then operating profit over revenue into 100. Then gross profit minus other expenses over revenue into 100. Now we'll apply this formula to the here. Now operating profit margin they're asking. So that is gross profit they have given straight away. Other operating expenses also given. So 90 minus 10 over revenue over 160 into 100. Right? If you multiply like that, so 90 minus 10 is 80. 80 divided by 160 into 100, which is 50%. 50%. Right? 50%. Percentage sign is compulsory. So if you remove the percentage sign and write, that's 1 mark only out of 2. Look at the application. Now, 90 minus 10 is 80. So 80 over 160 into 100 is 50. Right? 1 mark for correctly substituting the number to the formula. And even if you write the 50%, 50, award full marks, full correct mark for the correct numerical answer without working. So this is 50%. 50%, because you have to write the operating profit answer. There's a space is given. So show the workings always. And percentage sign here they have printed. Therefore, you can just write here 50. 50. But if you're doing LL exams, advanced level AS exams, this calculation worth 4 marks. In 4 marks, they are not giving these percentage signs. You have to show the percentage sign. So without percentage sign, they're deducting 1 mark. That is in AS. But here, IGCSE, so you can just mention 50 with the working. But without working also, if you just substitute to the calculator, if you just write 50 here, you're still getting the 2 marks. But my opinion is like calculation question always is worth to show your workings. So this much of like a half a page they have given. So use the space and show your workings. Sometimes even the answer wrong, but your workings can be correct. Therefore, you can still earn 1 mark there. That's why, right? Okay. The next question, part F, is the 3-marker question. Normally in business, 3-marker questions are AO1 question. No need of application. You can just stay 1 point and then you can develop that 1 point. Here they're asking the question, explain one strategy a small business might use to extend the product life cycle of one of its products. Explain one strategy a small business might use to extend the product life cycle of one of its products. This case, this question actually came picking from the product, product life cycle, marketing management. So explain one strategy a small business might use to extend the product life cycle of one of its products. So no application we need. We don't need to actually write about anything about the NOF, the gardening. You can just mention about the product life cycle extension strategy. If you remember, extension strategy, I'll define the strategy which prolong the life cycle of a product, which prolong the lifespan of the product, called extension strategy. Usually there are certain stages of the product life cycle, development stage, introduction stage, growth stage, maturity stage, saturation point, and the decline. So normally before it go to decline at the maturity point, some products they're going to extend. They want to prolong the life of a product without falling, without declining. Some people will do some brand extension. Sometimes they do adding new kind of like new flavor. Sometimes a new packaging. Sometimes they're selling in new markets. Increase the number of the frequency. Like that, they're using so many strategies are there for a small business. So a small business, what they can do to increase the product life cycle extension strategy, we can write like this. Okay, look at the market scheme. Here they say to extend the product life cycle, they can use a local advertising. Local advertising could extend the life cycle of a product. Okay, what's the point here? 1 mark for the using the word local advertising. Yes, because it's a small business, right? And look at the development of that point. A small business could deliver leaflets to the local area to increase customer awareness of the product. So how they can do the advertising? By giving leaflets to the local area. This will lead to potential increase in the sales. As a result of this leaflet thing, they can see the potential increase in the sales. Here, no application, just AO1 assessment objective 1, knowledge only we are checking. In the 3-mark question, you can just write 1 point and explain that thing, develop that point. So in my experience, I saw a lot of students are doing some, common mistake is writing more strategies, multiple strategies. They want to show full knowledge they have. But what happened? Then you are reducing 2 marks in this case. If they answer that list 3 strategies with no explanation, we'll get maximum of 1 marks. Therefore, very, very important when you're writing a 3-marker question, write 1 point only and then develop that 1 point by using another 2 sentences. So altogether 3 sentences must be there, 1 sentence for the main point and 2 sentences for the development. You can use the answering style like a BLT model, right? Because of this happened and this will leads to therefore. Like that, you can use that bacon, lettuce, tomato, BLT model to develop this sentence building pattern. You can develop 3 sentences like that. Logical chain of reasoning, like a chain reasoning, like a linking words you can use, and you can develop 1 point and then you can explain that point further on. This happened as a result of this happened. In this case, you can use local advertising. For example, they can use a leaflet campaign, and as a result, they can lead to increase the potential sales in the area. Like that. That's one 3-marker question. Okay, let's go back to next question. Six-marker question. Analyze the imports of marketing to NI. It's a pretty simple question, imports of marketing. But when you're writing analyze question, we are checking 2 assessment objective, that is AO2 and AO3. AO2 and AO3. So what are the imports of the marketing? In marketing management will be, you can use, so this is, you need proper application here because half of the marks goes to application point. So imports of marketing, you can see product, price, place, promotion. So marketing management is really important for all these marketing elements. To decide the pricing for the vegetables, we need marketing. It is important to decide the proper distribution channel. So then now if we need to have a marketing knowledge, marketing is important to deliver like online distribution, retailers, wholesalers, supermarkets, and that's place mix, right? Promotion mix, to find a suitable promotion strategy, we need to have the marketing. The marketing is important for NIOS. Which promotion strategy they are using as a small business. Above the line promotion, sometimes difficult for them to afford, like television and all. Sometimes below the line promotion, it will be suitable for them, like leaflets and small, like information they are giving, like leaflet and the like with discounts and everything. So you can say different points. There are so many points to write. Look at with that, but with the application. Look at the mark scheme for this. So here we can say for a 6-mark question, this is the last question of the question of 1. AO2 application 3 marks, analysis 3 marks. Here they say the resulting from marketing would enable the NOF to adapt its overnight accommodation to what the customer wants. And this may lead to increase the bookings for the overnight accommodation. So they are talking about some 1 point regarding their bookings thing, right? Because they allow people to come, the visitors to come into their farm and they stay overnight. So what happens? They can use the marketing management. It's important for them to fulfill the overnight accommodation what their customers want, right? Adapt their overnight accommodation. As a result, they can increase the number of bookings for the overnight accommodation. That's a good application point. They're talking about their visitors point of view. To manage the visitors, they need marketing. As a result, they can increase their accommodation. Second point, marketing can be used to make customers aware about their organic honey, organic vegetables, organic fruits. So they talk about something regarding the honey because they are selling, the proper previous question also, we talk about the profit margin regarding this honey. They talk about that thing. They have providing organic honey. So marketing can be used to promote about organic honey. As a result, what happened? This will lead to increase the sales. Sales of organic honey may increase as a result. You can see how simply you can write this thing. Not only these 2 points, even many more. As I told you, pricing thing, honey, this one, organic vegetable pricing, organic vegetable promotion, overnight accommodation promotion, overnight accommodation pricing, overnight accommodation distribution, online bookings and all. So everything, so many points are there to write. You can think of imagination and write, but you have to use kind of example from the case study. Here they talk about the organic production and the accommodation thing. And as a result, what are the analysis thing? The consequences happen. As a result, they always what happen? Bookings will increase, sales will increase. These are the most of the time you can see profit will increase, market share will increase, sales may increase, like that. You can say the application here and the analysis point of that here. So 6-marker, you can write just a 2 paragraph is important. 2 paragraphs is enough to write a 6-marker question. So this is the question number 1. You can see that's a 20-marker question came from the question number 1. This is the question number 1. That's the end of the question number 1. So today, we discuss about the question number 1 of the small business paper. This is a small business paper of 2021 June, the recent paper, small business paper. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson. So continue with me in my next sessions also, so we can do the rest of the questions also like this way. Thank you very much, guys.